So you guys really liked the budget sniper build we did with the SV98. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. This is going to be something a little bit different. This is going to be the best budget carbine sniper. But I'm telling you guys right now, you're going to be running this. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the X-Build and Hideout. My name is Ghost. If you guys have never been here before, I'm super excited you guys are here. Today, we're going to be going over a gun build that I promise you will be using. It is a versatile carbine sniper, budget-friendly build. And this thing now looks very sexy. Before we get into the build, I just want you guys to know I do stream on Twitch. If you guys want to come hang out, we've been having a blast lately. I did switch the schedule from nights to mornings. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at 6 a.m. Grab some caffeine and come hang out. I would love to see you guys there. If you guys end up liking the video, make sure you guys smash that like button. It goes a long way for the channel with YouTube's algorithms, and it means a lot to me. You guys can always subscribe to see more content like this, dropping 3 to 5 videos every single week of Escape from Tarkov and Call of Duty content. And you could always hit the bell if you want to be notified every single time I drop a video. Before we get into the very depths of this video, I just wanted to say thank you for all the love lately. It really means a lot. I hope you guys are having an amazing holiday season. I know you guys are in different parts of the world, so I just want to say that. Now let's get into the build. So guys, for today's build, we're going to be going over the 7.62 by 51 carbine sniper rifle that is also known as a Vepr Hunter or VPO 101. This has always been one of my favorites, but the problem with the Vepr Hunter is if you have used it for a while now, you know that the biggest qualm has always been, I wish it had a suppressor because it's such an amazing gun. I want to use it at a low level. It's very, very powerful, but everybody always knows where I'm at, and it's one of the loudest guns in the game. But guess what? Guess what recently happened? There's a suppressor for this weapon, making this gun very, very viable, and still you get the powerful Vepr Hunter, but now it's quiet, which makes it absolutely more deadly. So we're going to be going over this build. I wanted you guys to know it is technically a budget sniper carbine, and the reason why I say budget is because we are getting the most value for the parts we're choosing for the in slots. Now, obviously, if you run it without the suppressor, it's going to be a lot cheaper, but I'm going to show you a very cheap way to get the suppressor. The suppressor is like 70K, but if we run the barter for it, it's going to be a lot cheaper. The SV98 build we just did, this is actually a little bit cheaper than that build, so if you can afford to run that, you can afford to run this. So in this build, we're going to be going over multiple ways to run it, so it's versatile. I'm going to be going over the different ammo types you might want to use in different situations. We're going to be talking about using this weapon as a whole, why you want to maybe run it suppressed, all of that good stuff. We're going to show some gameplay so I can show you what it actually does. We're going to take it to the hideout and test it there as well. And we are pretty much going to cover everything having to do with this build. So once you build, you'll be able to see more stuff about it. Also, there's going to be timestamps down below of everything. So if you want to send it to somebody and they don't want to like skim through the whole entire video, or you want to come back to a portion, there will be chapters in the description. So let's get into this build. So the very first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be buying this build from the flea market because it's the cheapest there. And I got this for 25,555 rubles. Very, very cheap. It's amazing. And the only thing we're going to be doing right away is we're going to be going to the sexy, from Jaeger, the sexy new stock that has come out. Look at this wood finish. This is amazing. And so it's actually better too. So the older one, I believe, is 46 and 15, I want to say. I could be a little bit off, but it is better. So we're going to be messing with negative 50% vertical recoil and plus 19 on the ergonomics. It looks better, and it is better. And it's only going to be 5,508 rubles from Jaeger level 2. Now, one thing I really love about this budget build is not all budget builds that I've done on the channel have to do with low level access, but this, I think the highest level is Jaeger 3. Other than that, everything else is under that. So you guys should be able to get this at pretty early on playing the game. So we have that for the stock. The next thing we're going to be going over is switching the magazine. Now, it's totally up to you if you want to keep the 5-round magazine. I don't think you should. I think you should go with the 10 just because you get those 5 extra rounds. And the only thing that is negative about it is the price. It's only 3,927 rubles from Jaeger 3. Now, if you can't afford it or you don't have Jaeger 3 yet, you can run the 5. This thing is powerful enough if you land your shots to do well with the 5 rounds that it comes with. The next thing we're going to be going over is the scope. Now, a lot of people don't like the Zenit Bellomo PSO scope. I get it. It's probably not the best scope. It is a fixed sight at 4 times. I personally really like it. I've never done really like terrible with it. I guess if you like the Valde better or the Voodoo better, they are amazing scopes, but for the price and for what you get, I think this makes an amazing sniper rifle. You get -7 on the ergonomics, unfortunately, but you can pick it up for 18,000 rubles from flea market around. You guys know how flea market works. It fluctuates, but for 18,000 rubles, it's actually a very nice scope, and you can actually make it red on the actual FOV inside your scope so that when you're seen, sometimes it's more visible depending on where you're using it. Sometimes black can get lost, and so anyways, that's an option. But we're going to be going over multiple options for you. So if you want to use it close range or you want to snipe with it, if you want to snipe with it, I would recommend running the PSO. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the suppressor. So the suppressor is 70,000 rubles on flea market. It's also newer, so it's probably going to be high priced for a while, but you can get it with a barter, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about because the barter is absolutely insane. It's going to be -5% on the vertical recoil, and it's going to give you the -11. So look at how long this thing is. This thing, I don't know why it's this long, but we're getting -11 ergonomics, and we know why. I mean, we're looking at it. So just know that that's a thing. What we're going to be going over is how to get it. Now, what the barter is a AA battery and a Nixer camera lens. Now, the price of both of these, so we have the AA battery for 900. I got this for 900 rubles on flea market. You can get it for like up to like 4,000, but usually it's been pretty low lately. And then I got the Nixer lens for 18,000 rubles, but it could range all the way up to 30. It just really depends on the market, and that's going to be from flea market as well. So we're looking at what I paid was 18,900 rubles. How much is that off? 50,000 rubles off if you do the barter. So if you are level 10 and higher, you guys, or if you find them, you guys find AA batteries and Nixer lenses pretty much all the time. Search filing cabinets, search bags, check pockets, make sure you're hitting your Jaeger stashes. I got guides for those as well if you need them. But I'm telling you right now, the barter is where you need to go with this because that's crazy cheap for a suppressor for a sniper rifle. So this is going to be for the sniping option. The other option is running it up close. Now, this is honestly so cheap that you could put it in your gamma or you could run it on your persons if you really wanted to have back and forth and still run the budget carbine and be okay with losing it. Plus, you loot them pretty often as well. We are going to be running the dovetail sight so that we don't have to do anything else to change it, but literally slap it on. And it's going to be the Cobra EKP. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of the Cobra, but for the price and for what it is, it's totally worth it, and we put in work with it. So that's going to give us -1% vertical recoil. It is a little bit crazy on the ergonomics only because it's a dovetail sight versus the other sights. So it's a little bit more lifted, it's heavier, all of that stuff. So it's going to be -7 on the ergonomics, but we're going to be able to get it for 9,914 rubles from proper level 1. Level 1. You literally can slap this on right away at level 1. So with all of that, we are going to be looking at this build. Like, it's literally that simple. We're going to complete this build at 32 ergo, 180 vertical. Now, if you've watched my other builds, this sounds like crazy numbers, but I'm going to show you this gun is all about timing. What's going to happen is you're going to shoot this gun, and the vertical recoil is going to make it reset at a certain time. Once you get that timing down, you are going to be able to knock people out. So with all of that, that's going to come to a total of 84,904 rubles. That is with a suppressed carbine running the amazing 7.62 round, which is just It's just very deadly. So I think you guys are really going to like this. I am going to take it into the hideout, and I'm going to show you guys gameplay footage of me just literally farming scavs with this thing. But I just want you guys to see like how both function. And the other thing that I wanted to say is when you guys begin to see this footage, another thing that you're going to see is if you decide to run the PSO and you get in a situation where you're playing a little bit more aggro or you push somebody close up, I would not recommend ADSing, just hip fire. It has actually really good hip fire with no laser. I'm going to show you that in the gameplay. I was actually surprised. I kept trying it. I'm like, wow, this is actually really good hip fire. It kind of feels to me like the M1A's hip fire, but with a laser. So anyways, you could always do that route and do that if you feel like you're going to play more aggro or somebody pushes you when you're trying to snipe them. Also, the other thing that I wanted to go over is the ammo before we go into the gameplay, and then we'll talk a little bit about it after we're done with that. Here we are at the different ammunitions. I'm only going to talk about 3 because I think there's only 3 worthy talking about, and I'm going to explain why you might want to run one over the other. Now, guys, you guys know how my guides are. I don't claim to have all the answers. All the things that I say are completely subjective, and I know when we talk about ammo for guns, it gets kind of weird because people are like, this ammo's trash, this ammo's garbage. I'm not one of the people that says that ammo is trash when it's not. Now, if I don't run that ammo, I'm just going to say I like this ammunition better, but I don't necessarily think it's trash. And you guys know I'm talking about M80. There's a lot of times where people are just like, M80 is trash because they're past using it and they use M62, M61, or 993. 993 is very, very much overkill. I don't think you ever really need to use it. Maybe if you're sniping, you want the higher velocity, you're going for headshots for like Shooter Born in Heaven, but I can't really see a reason to use it. I would still use like M61 or M62. So let's talk about M80. M80 is a beautiful round for many reasons. The first reason is because you get it at Peacekeeper level 2, which means you guys get access to this round very early in the game, and it's a good round. So we're looking at 80 flesh and 41 pen, which means you're going to mess up TV-110s, you're going to mess up troopers, you're going to mess up a lot of people that are in that class 4. It is going to take more to be able to damage something like a TAC Tech or a AA CPC, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to do it. And for the price, I just think it's a really good round. The 80 flesh, I mean, look at how close these M62 and M80 are. There's only a slight difference, and that's the pen. So you're not going to be able to pen that level 5 armor like you would M62. But honestly, I think it's a great round. I use M62 mainly. A couple reasons why. One, because I like tracers, because people have like this fear of getting shot by tracers when they can see them. The bad part about tracers is it gives away your position. So it really depends. When you're sniping, I would say M61 is probably going to be better, or M80 if you're lower level. M62 you can use as a tracer or put them within your mag so you can kind of get like a gauge of where you're shooting. But once you get used to the gun, I would recommend something that isn't seen, because tracer will definitely give away your position. And I get quite a bit of kills because when we're sniping on woods or shoreline or different places, those tracers, I see exactly where someone's shooting me from. So just keep that in mind. M62 is also a very good round. You unlock it Peacekeeper level 3 after you complete Spa Tour Part 6, but you get the round for very cheap. It's like 3 USD, so it's totally worth it. You still get the high flesh at 79, but you get to pen the level 5, the Tactics, the AA CPCs, Achilles. You get to pen that stuff at 54, which means it's an amazing round. Now, then we have M61, which is the big daddy. If you're running labs, if you have a 50 million plus in your bank, you're most likely running M61. This is the Chad round. And the reason why is because look at the stats on this thing. 68. You're literally going through every single thing in the game. Armor, helmets, there's nothing that can stop this round. Then it's still at 70 flesh. To have something with this high of pen and also at this high of flesh is just not very common in the game. It's probably arguably the best round in the game if you're looking at the stats as a whole. So that is M61. I believe that one is 11 USD after you unlock it with Wet Job Part 6 at Peacekeeper level 4. It's still very expensive. You can also craft it in the hideout, which is what I would recommend. You get 130 rounds every single time you craft it, which is going to be your probably cheapest route. Now, it's totally up to you guys what you want to use. If you guys want to top load and bottom load M62 and M80 or M61 and M80, that's something that you can totally do. But like I said, I think you guys will definitely drop people with M80. And then as you get further in the game, you can use better rounds. But I will say this, you're gonna want to use the best round that you can afford, because in this game, ammo is king. Ammo is like the #1 thing you want to be spending your money on. You don't want to be building these crazy kits and running trash ammo. And I know I said don't call ammo trash, but in all honesty, there is some trash ammo in the game. And if you can only afford that ammo because you want a nice looking gun, it doesn't really matter how good the gun is. You're going to lose it to somebody who has better ammo than you. So M80, M62, M61, you guys decide. All right, so let me show you a couple things in the hideout for the gun. So this is going to be the PSO. See how far that is? It's not bad for 4 times. See how it's red like that? You can also keep it black if you want, but I really like the red, especially look at how good you can see in the dark like this. Whereas black, look at this. So it just depends. You can run the red, and then we're gonna go ahead and... So do you guys see that reset that I'm talking about? Good ergo. It's not bad actually. But this is the reset I'm talking about. See how it resets? Once you get used to that timing, you can just knock these out. So now, I'm gonna go back in here. So you do have that, but if you want to shoot it faster, you totally can. It's just not going to be as tight of a grouping, but you totally can try it. And then once you guys get a feel for it, you're going to get better at using it. The other thing we're going to run is, let's go ahead and switch this off real quick and put on this. This is the EKP Dove. So you have the small red dot. You can switch it to whatever you guys want. You also have this one. I know a lot of people like this one. And then you're going to do the same thing. I'll go really fast just so you guys can see. So let's go look real quick. So we're doing it as fast as possible. You see how the grouping isn't as tight, but it's still not bad. I mean, only 1, 2 on the outside, but that probably would have got like a head ears. But I mean, it's still all in the head. You know, that's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and hit a little further. Oh, there we go. Oh, oops, that's embarrassing. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and run some gameplay, and I'll come talk to you right after that.
Да вот, вот! Хуйло! Вот!
That's it, guys. I told you this thing is crazy. This is a beast. You guys got to run it. We are running this complete build at 32 ergo, 180 vertical with the PSO. This is the best budget carbine sniper build at 84,904 rubles. Thank you guys for coming by and watching another build. I hope this video brought you guys value. If it did, make sure you smash that like button. It goes a long way for the channel. Thank you guys for all the support and love you have shown me so far. If you guys want to see more content like this, I drop videos 3 to 5 times a week. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and you can always hit the bell if you never want to miss an upload. I'd love to see you guys on the Twitch stream sometime Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 6 a.m. PST. Grab some caffeine, come chill after work, depending on where you're at. Either way, though, we're going to have a great time hanging out, and that is at twitch.tv/xvlnghost. I hope you guys are very blessed. I hope you have an amazing day or night, depending on where you're at in the world. I hope that your raids are plentiful, and when you use this carbine, you wreck somebody. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Are you inside? He's inside. He's inside.
I'm right here.
He's right here.
He's peeking again. He's peeking again.
Down.